The Apostle Peter is written to have been passing by the gate called Beautiful, and he encountered this beggar, who is asking for silver and gold. But I want us to pull our attention today to the interaction and the result of what happened as a part of this exchange, because I think it's very important and relevant to the structure of how we live our lives today and our thinking. And it diagnoses a lot of modern complaints, I think, especially of younger people, people my age and lower. So there's this beggar at this gate asking for silver and gold as it is as it's his practice to go about, begging. And it's very interesting what Peter said to this man, because he said, silver and gold I have not, but what I have I give you. And then he proceeds to say, rise up and walk. The man who was, a beggar there, I think he was a cripple, he couldn't see. So all that he was healed, his sight was restored, he was a able-bodied person again. But the focus is not so much on the miracle. The focus is the shift of what the Apostle Peter said. And this is not a religious message by any means, because he said, silver and gold I don't have. What you are asking for, I don't have, but I have something else. I have something else. And what I have, I give to you. And this shift in mindset, or shift in perspective rather, will do us a lot of good, because most of the times we are focused on what we don't have. Because Peter, that could have gone, oh, John, do you have a $10 there? Let me give this beggar. I'm sure as a part of in his group of people, there was someone with some coins. But he shifted the focus quickly from, I don't have what you are asking me for, but I have something else. But for you to shift to that, it requires also a certain level of confidence in what you have. And a lot of us, we are lacking in that aspect. Because I would liken this to the modern day where the young person is being asked for so many things. You want to start a business? The people who have money are asking you for collateral. And like one of, like the Prime Minister said in a recent speech, he was like, graduates don't even have chicken to their names. So which collateral are you going to give? Your parents, we have communal land that side for those of us who come from the other side of the north or any communal area. That land is not a land you can give to the bank for collateral. You graduate, they are asking you for experience. It seems everything there, the system around us continues to ask for us, to ask of us things which we cannot provide. It sets conditions which we cannot meet, like the person who was asking Peter for silver and gold. But I think where the difference between us and Peter is, he knew what he had. He knew he did not have silver and gold, but he said, what I have, I will give. But now for us, I think as young people, we are stuck in that we are so focused on the things we do not have that we fail to see what we have. We do not see it. because they are asking us for silver and gold. They are asking for collateral. They are asking for experience. They are asking for, when you have a degree, they want a master's. When you have a master's, they want a PhD. It seems it's ongoing. But in the midst of that, there is so much to us, about us, things that are within us that we can offer, but we do not have that shift in mindset. It's not happening. Jim Rohn said that poor thinking habits keep most people poor. Not poor working habits, because many people work hard, but their thinking habits are poor. Because when you are told collateral, experience, and now to work, to get experience, you need to work, but no company wants to hire you because you don't have experience. To start a business, you need money. People who are giving you money need collateral you don't have. And if you continue to think in the line of, I am finished because I do not have what they are asking for, and then it will keep you there. And this is the mental block that a lot of us have, because we cannot think differently from that. When they tell you experience, you are like, I will never get a job. They tell you collateral, you are like, I will never start a business because I don't have connections, I don't have money, my parents are poor, there's no, so I am finished. And if you think you are finished, then you are truly finished. So I want us to really dwell on that, because the thing that our life is played out by how we think things are, not by how they actually are, right? The way your life is structured, the way everything is rolling out, it's according to your interpretation of what you think life is, not because it's actually like that. And a lot of us are stuck in that. We think and we believe certain sets of things that are keeping us in bondage and will never rise above. And this thing of thinking everyone who has made it, you know, either connections, either politically, or they come from a rich family, or, and when a person shows us that it can be done, someone with the same circumstances who rises from zero and makes it from our own situations, we hate on them and we create stories around them because we have failed to do it ourselves. But other people who have gotten rich, who are maybe from rich families, who are from what, them we can't hate on as much because we are like, yeah, obviously the parents' money, oh, obviously the, but it's this thinking that is keeping us. It's like a cap that we cannot escape. So my question to you really is, what do you have? Peter knew he didn't have silver and gold, but he knew that he had something. He knew what he had. So what do you have? And I really want you to think about that. Don't we know there is no money going around? There's no collateral, no rich parents, no connections. None of those things are there. But what do you have? Because we all have something. If you are alive, you are a human being, you are breathing, you have something. But you have to get to the point where you know and you see what that thing is. And you build confidence in that thing, whatever it is. Maybe you can cook really well. That is something that you have. Maybe you can sing. That is something that you have. Because the book of Proverbs says that the gift of a man, you know, makes room for him before great men. It creates that room. The gift, He didn't say the connections, the money, the what. Those are other obvious things in another lane. It says the gift of a man. What is within you is what is. I mean, look at Ronaldo, and he just really knows how to kick a ball really well, and he committed his life to that. I don't know how much schooling he has received. I think players like David Beckham, then we know of stories where I think he ended in grade 9 or something like that. But it's a recognizable name because he saw what he could do with that thing that he had. But so, what do you have? Is it cooking? Is it cleaning? Is it? And I was listening yesterday to a podcast. I think it's Witnessing that I was on the Hustlers Corner with DJ Sbo, and he was talking about the fact that in every industry with everything, there are people who do really well, and there are people who just don't amount to much in the same industry. There are people whose whole thing is to cut hair, and some of them, I know a friend of mine. He has a place, he has a car. He is in our words we say he's just a barber, but he's doing better than most people I know who have degrees. What? He cuts hair. Seems like a simple thing, but he is making a living from this because he has put respect on his craft. He identified that this is what I have, and now he makes house calls. He cuts hair of businessmen, politicians. He knows these people not on the virtue of his education, not on the virtue of his from a what family. So no degree, no collateral, no family wealth, no connections, but now his gift has made room for him among great men because he cuts hair. This is, they call him, this is my barber, mechanics, whatever it is. That's what I'm saying. We all have something. Maybe yours is soccer, is music, is something, but most of the times we look down upon these things. We are not confident to express that this is my thing, this is what I know. You are fighting with NAMCOL for now 10, 11, I don't know how many years, trying to improve your subjects, hopefully, so you can get into UNAM. But the cooking skills that you have, everybody who eats your food compliments it every day. They say, oh, Kanava, how, oh, you are going to I am every how much affirmation do you need to get to the point where you believe and then act? Poor thinking habits. This thing of us all, I'm telling you now, right? This is free. Not all of us are going to graduate. Not all of us will make it in school. School is not for everybody. Education is for everybody. School is not for everybody. Not all of us are going to make it academically. Some of us are wasting our times improving subjects with NAMCOL, waiting for this, going to do that course. It will not do us any good for some of us. Some of us were supposed to already start our businesses 5 years ago, but we are still struggling with NAMCOL, hoping because the man at the beautiful gate was asking for silver and gold. Had Peter focused on the silver and gold, this man would have missed his miracle because what Peter had is an anointing that could give what is more than silver and gold. But because if Peter failed to recognize that and have the confidence to see it and say it publicly, that I don't have money, but this one thing I have, and what I have, I'm going to share. Rise up and walk. What is your version of that? What is our version? your own version. Yes, I don't have connections. Yes, I'm not from a rich family. Yes, my therefore we don't have collateral. We are not known. But what is it that I have that I'm willing to share with the world? That then will connect me to great men. They will know me because of this one thing. Maybe I even mentioned Ronaldo who is far. We can even speak of our own Peter Shalolili. I'm not sure, but I heard someone say something like he failed grade 10 or something like that. Was it Torah Magic? Moved. Recently, I think Sundowns just won the CAF, right? The African version of the Champions League, I guess, right? And Peter Shalulile is a household name here in Namibia. We know him, but not for his academic prowess. We know him for his thing that he chose to focus on, he chose to grind, he chose to have confidence. He identified it, he nurtured it, he shaped it. Because gifts, abilities of this kind, we don't have to buy them. They don't need collateral. They don't need a wealthy family. They don't know. It just needs you, the bearer of it, to identify it, to nurture it, to, if no, good, you find a mentor, you find people who see that in you and you sharpen it so that it comes forth, it shines, and everybody sees it, and it puts you in certain places. Because if we continue the mindset, oh, I don't have experience, oh, I don't have a degree, oh, I don't have, oh, in our family, oh, remember, poor thinking habits keep most people poor. And if we don't make that shift to really identify that this is my thing, I don't have silver and gold, I don't have connections, I don't have, but this thing I have and I do well. I'm gonna focus on it. I'm gonna be the best at it. And it is through that one thing that everything, you can be a millionaire doing anything. There are people who are millionaires just because they sell water. Water. There are people who are millionaires just because, in simple terms, they kick a ball. Other people are millionaires just because they speak. Everyday language we speak, but the person gets paid $30,000 to speak for 30 minutes or 1 hour. You can make it doing anything, but now you have to identify what is your thing. We have that thing. You just really have to focus and identify it. And it is that thing. Peter said, I don't have silver and gold, but what I have I give you. Rise up and walk. Silver and gold could not make that man rise and walk. So it is that thing that you are withholding within, you are failing to identify that there are people, a group of people, who really need that from you because it is within you and it will do much greater wonders than the degree you are trying to pursue. But we are so focused on, I don't have collateral, I don't have. Perhaps you are the first person to pave the way of starting a business without collateral, without connections, without all these things that ideally they say you need. Maybe you are the one to pave that way, but if you refuse to walk the path, how will you pave that way for others? So 5 o'clock p.m. So truly, in conclusion, it's just that find that thing. For some of you, you kind of know it, but you are not confident. Build confidence in that thing. It is the one. You have a lot of doubts. You have to start believing in yourself, to believe in your gift, that this is the thing, this is my ticket out of poverty. And you focus on it, you become the best at it, and the results will be undeniable. With Peter, the lame were walking, the blind could see. What is yours? There's a whole group of people or certain sets of people waiting for you to build confidence in your thing, to build confidence in your ability, in your gift. It doesn't just rescue you, it is more than a degree, it is more than collateral, it is more than work experience, what you have. But like a friend of mine will tell me, you are sleeping on money.